Yes. Yes.
Eventually, why I left the IG, the first time was the daddy when Ayabacho, the video of Ayabacho was leaked when he was in daddy carrying a gun.
Yeah.
Before
That's
that,
it.
there was an image of SISIKU Ayoktabi who visited one Ambazonian guy who have a hotel in Nigeria, and there was guys there who hold AK security guard around him. I was so happy to see that video. That we have a leader who have security guard with him. It was so
Security.
nice.
Yeah.
That yeah, that same week, the video of Ayabacho was leaked with him and
And daddy.
with many men on gun with guns on the ground. I say, wow,
Mm-hmm.
this is something big. So I posted
Big.
that image in that video in my Facebook page, and I got a call from Seseko. He tell me, Capo Dani, I'm so disappointed with you. You have betrayed us. I said,
Hey.
betray you how? Say you are now
Yes.
promoting Ayabacho. So
Was it
I said,
politics
okay.
or is it fighting who? Did
Yeah,
you
now
care
in my
who?
mind I was like, so this thing na this and that. I say, no, you
Yeah.
remember last week I posted your post with those men with gun, and then this guy now he said, no, I cannot explain to you this thing very well. I will give out. You talk to Nalova B. So I called
Hey.
Nalova. I said, Nalova, what is going on? Nalova said that thing is not even in ground zero. This man is a scammer. That it is in Nigeria.
Lies.
I said, okay, if this man Ayabacho is really a scammer, that means that he's a good scammer to
He's
come
good
out with this type of
scammer.
thing.
A real good
Yes,
one.
I said
A man will
I
maybe know
call
for scam.
the
Oh.
refugees in Nigeria. I offer that I will give 100,000 naira for anybody who can go to that very place where Ayabacho was standing and take a video and send to me. Let me prove that this man is really a scammer. Nobody could do it. I contact everybody who was there who could prove that this thing is Abacho was
It
scamming
was
people with this
false.
video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody was accepting. So that time, Chair Martin, he called me and
Mm-hmm.
invited me that he wanted me to join the the the
Yeah.
Tigers of Ambazonia. I said, okay, I will join you guys. So when I entered the Tigers of Ambazonia, in our first meeting, Mark Barata was there. He was also one of the bishop there. Johnny Giawan was there. We're about since the names of the other guys are not known, I will not say it. We're about 8 of us there who were the bishops of those guys. And they were telling me the history of that group. They said Nalova B Sisiko was the one who gave the name of that group,
Tiger.
the Tigers of Ambazonia.
Mm.
And I remember I had asked Nalova about this group, these tigers, who are these guys? She said, no, 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 they are just propaganda. They are not real. It's just some boys, they go and attack one police station. It succeeds. Out of excitement, they try to go to the next village. And then Mark Barata, they are just doing propaganda. No, don't worry. That is when I really went there, in that group, that I knew all the truth. That actually
Yes.
ADF had been training people for long. The daddy was actually in Nigeria. And the thing that just
But
made
it
me to
wasn't in
really
Nigeria.
respect these guys was what Nalova
Mm.
told me about the Tigers of Ambazonia. Now I was there and they said that he was there. It was actually Siseko who gave that name. And then in Dadi, you saw that building. There was
Yeah,
one generator there that the fighter was using. That generator was, let me, because of Siseko is in jail,
yeah.
we don't want to put him in
Mm.
trouble. But
Not
that generator
everything.
was supposedly donated to the ADF by Siseko. So it was not like he was lied to. They
Yeah.
know that daddy was in ground zero and they lied to me. From that day, my mind just said that these people are not
Change.
who I think they are.
Yes.
I started to listen more
Yes.
about Abacho, try to pay attention with him. So that's how I abandoned the whole pushing the idea of the IG. I just abandoned it there, but I still work with
And Papa,
everybody.
if they can lie to you, somebody that was inside, because I could call you that you were inside, if they could lie to
Yeah.
you, then what about our people, our innocent people that they've lied to our innocent people? And that's why some of them are still holding on to those lies that we're trying to break it.
Oh,
That,
my
hey,
sister,
Papa,
here in Southeast Asia, in China, there was a scammer. He's called how do they call that guy? He was a country head. This guy is the worst of the scammers that I've met. He was in for this thing because he was thinking he's going to have some position or this. He had this type of mindset. He was not somebody who was really loved the people, like, we are trying to do something on it now. So this guy, I told SISIKU that this guy, you are really working with the wrong man. I know you have Bobby, he called himself now father of the nation. I think everybody have seen how active he is. This guy was
Yeah.
working so hard here with me. A lot of people were working hard. I say, work with these people. But this guy was giving money, and he sends gift regularly to Nalova B and other stuff. And how he just SISIKU could not handle this a simple situation like that. And it came to a point where I think they wanted to make appointment for ambassador. And he asked my recommendation. I recommended one guy in Oman. He's a professor there who had real tangible potential to help our nation. But he's not somebody who will go around bribing people for position. So there was all those things that I saw in the IG. And I just know that
This is just
it's
a
not
sham.
really,
And it will not go
yeah, it
anywhere.
wasn't something, yeah. Even though they are sincere, I would not lie, they are sincere people who really
No,
think that
there are
Ambazonia will
some.
become independent. They think that we will become independent and they'll become whoever they think they'll
Post.
become.
They'll
They
give
are
them
not
voice.
thinking about,
That's all what they were for. If they were not for
yeah,
this hour for people, most of them went
yes.
for their position, name, building, those type of things. And the Lord, even what is happening now, I'm sure is the Lord, because to me, I believe that this revolution is a God ordained. And now it's time to look at the real people. And if you see, even when the Siseko came to United States, he came to Georgia,
Yeah.
to Atlanta. Lot of people that were there. They were holding, they were doing this, bring this, or this, circle. But right now, they've all disappeared. Because when I stood in there, I was looking at people that I thought they thought that they were going to be ministers. All those people, they were just doing that for the moment to see if in case we had that independent, then they'll just go and sit there and become dictator. But God is good. God is good. Even though I didn't like that Seko is in jail, but at least that's a way to show us that they did not start this revolution in a good way, in an honest way.
Oh,
All it was
they miss
deception.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yes,
They
and
miss a
that
big
is the reason.
opportunity. They have
Really miss it.
the trust of everybody. But I think what we can learn is that you don't just need to be good. You actually have
Yeah,
to to be competent. You have to be
yeah,
competent. You cannot just hope
exactly.
that will have independent, and then it comes. Imagine what
Yeah,
this revolution
yeah.
would be if Akwanga and Ayabacho were not preaching about self-defense. It could have ended long ago. So good intentions does not do the cut. Yeah.
Capo, let me tell you that in Georgia, when they came, they were selling 500, 1,000, this and that. They gave us, when you buy it, they gave us this thing, a certificate, something that we're going to sit at the front when they become Amazonia. So we are going to be those ones, the high rank.
Sitting in
I'll
front.
make a voice for it. Me too, I bought that
Even
my Milan was there. I bought it
yeah.
too. I buy my own this thing now. They give me my when I didn't have what
There
side.
is one guy in
Say
South Africa who visited
uh
me here in Hong Kong. He's a very wealthy guy. He has a farm in South Africa. He contributed a lot of money, and Seseko they promised to give him the road project to build the road. I think it is from Tico to Bamenda or somewhere like
boy,
that.
we not even
And
started.
he
We haven't.
yes, they are already promised him, and he was now made he was made one of the first member that they put in the Restoration Council. So he was my informant there. He's a very nice guy. He just saw me because the wife is working with South African Airlines, so he could travel free. He just came to Hong Kong and
Yeah.
visited me. He showed me his communication in his phone. He showed me everything with SISIKU and all these things that was going on, and they made all this promise to people. But
As
that
well.
way does not work. If you look at the success of Ayabacho today, he is a leader of this liberation war. He has not given anybody promise. As a matter of fact,
No.
the donors, big people who give money in the ADF, has no say in policy. we will still
Nothing.
go back to our closed door meeting, and everybody will fold the shirt and gets to work. We think about practical
Yes.
things. They don't care is
Yeah,
in our meeting, they don't
Papa.
care about you are
Yes.
CIC or you are dev chief.
Yes.
They care
Yes.
about solutions on the table.
Yes. For, even for mission, whether we give money or how much, that is your business.
Yeah,
We are talking about Ambazonian. You give your money, you give an because you give her for save your country. You need to give an because
exactly.
say you want to make you go pay for some pay. Everybody's equal. I look at it and say
Everybody's
everybody.
equal.
Yes,
Yes,
and that's how it's supposed to be.
yes.
You get things
You
by
come to a
merit.
meeting, you'll be
Well,
surprised. You'll be shocked.
yes,
When I listen to
yeah,
the meeting of IG, their audio leak audios, they are talking about ADF, talking about Ayabacho. In our meetings, we talk about phobia, we talk about the bees. How do we get rid of these people who are
yeah,
butchering our people every day? We talk
yeah,
about our generals, how can we reinforce them, and those that we can reach out to them for collaboration. When it talks
yeah.
even about activists, we talk about Mark Barata, who have been a big problem to us. We don't talk about him in terms of bringing him down, but we talk about him in terms of how do we correct this young man so that he can use that influence he has positively. We talk about
Talk about
Sakok and
schools,
Cristiano, not in
even
terms
about the
of
schools.
destroying them, but in
Yeah,
terms of seeing how we can change their negative effect to positive things. So we are
yeah,
progressive in the way we do things in the governing council.
yeah,
We are really working hard
yeah,
for our country. We don't blink like I just
yes,
say we don't blink. You get
yeah,
into our meeting, it's like a corporate war where they sit there and they focus on the
yes,
project
yes.
independence. How do we make this thing
They
work?
don't talk about people. That's,
They don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
just what is going on down in the country, what how people are dying, what are we going to do to solve this? Even in our mission, eh?
Yeah.
Hey,
Even if we want to carry out an action in Lebialem, we will not go and say that there is an IG force there and we will not work with them. No, we go there to the people who are there. We tell them we want to work with you. This is what we want to do. If you cannot, then we do it ourselves. We always put practical things first.
yes,
Always very, very practical. And
Papa, may
this,
I ask
I
you
just want
another?
to just, if I may just continue, just a
Okay,
little thing I want to say that
yeah,
the effect of the IG have reinforced La République mentality in our people. They came with the idea of giving favor, giving you are my
yes,
countryman, you are my friend, you
yes,
are in my group. They reinforce all these negative things so much in the revolution that has become like Honorable Weber said, it is like the virus, the access of evil. To be honest with
yeah,
you, they have made people to hate Ambazonians
yeah.
simply because of power. Because what will I say?
Position,
Simply because of
power,
power.
those type of lies,
And it has
things like
become a
that.
shame. A lot of people,
Yeah,
good people who were coming to this struggle, I mean, with good heart to serve. When they come and they see all those things, they just go back
they fall
because
back.
they say
Yeah,
there's no difference between what these guys
it's
are
not.
doing and La
Yes,
Republic. No different at
exactly.
all.
I know people like that. Yeah, they refuse.